Our defense played really well for most of the game. Obviously, giving up the long run for a touchdown was a big play and certainly disappointing. And then another big run to put themselves in, or put another big run gave them a chance to be in scoring position. And then, of course, we gave up the touchdown catch in the corner. And but I mean, they really had played fairly well, with the exception of those couple of plays. And but it only takes one, and we weren't doing much to help the defense on offense. And so that's anyway, that's all I got to say about that, I guess.
Yeah. And speaking of the offense, I mean, any concerns or perhaps even lessons learned with a lack of getting into the end zone while, being in the red zone on several occasions this evening?
That may be the most disappointing thing, is getting the ball down there first and goal, getting in the red zone, coming away with no points, coming away, having to kick a field goal. We missed a field goal, and had to kick a field goal, and we had an opportunity to get it down there closer and maybe run it in. We had an incomplete pass, and just really, really disappointing. And when you get down there, we've got to score. We've got to score. But the story of the game is the turnovers. We're -3. We turn it over 5 times. They turn it over twice. That's you're not going to win doing that. It is really hard to win a football game if you have one more turnover than the other team, much less having 3 more turnovers than the other team.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Go to Ken K.
Coach, good evening. Just maybe you could talk about your quarterback, Bryson Daly. He had 5 of 11, 121 yards passing, ran for 67, but had the early fumble and then 2 late interceptions. Can he build off of this?
Let's hope, Ken. The fumble down there on the goal line, it's a first down play. I hoped he would sail it out of the back of the end zone, and he got some pressure, and that's not his fault. He got pressure, but he's got to make something happen. And then the interceptions were just very poor throws, and he's trying to make a play, but very poor throws. Trying to hit the tight end down the seam on the first one, and then just double coverage over there on our sideline at the very end. And a guy playing over the top and a guy playing underneath. It's the same coverage they played down on the goal line when he threw the incomplete pass on 3rd and goal from the 5. And just not a wise throw. We got to coach him better, and we got to prepare him better, and he's got to perform better.
And just John Marshall, he had 3 plays over 20 yards today, but then he had the ball knocked out of his hands. What did you see in that play that happened when on that fumble?
Just didn't secure it. He got the ball out there to midfield. If he just goes down there, and we got the ball 1st and 10 and on their side of the field, but he's trying to make a play, but he didn't secure the ball. Crossed the ball across the front of his body, didn't keep it on the side and secure like we coach, and he knew it. And so again, we got to do a better job coaching that, making sure that those guys do carry the ball the way they're supposed to. Same thing happened with Tyson Riley. He got it knocked out of his hands too. And those 2 guys have been through ball security drills daily. I mean, daily for the last 4 years. So again, we may not be emphasizing it well enough as coaches, and we need to do that. Make sure that we hang on to the ball.
Thanks, Coach.
Go to Sal.
Hey, Coach. Can you talk about the decision going to Dwayne in the last seconds there?
Well, obviously, Bryson had made some poor decisions, and we had 27 seconds left. We thought we'd get so it's a little quicker, more athletic, faster. Playing Bryson for a reason. He's a tough, strong runner, and he's a veteran guy, but we thought we'd give him a shot right there just to see if we could make a play. And unfortunately we couldn't.
Do you think when you talked about coaching the guys better, I'm guessing fundamentals will be the focus this week coming up before Delaware State, or
You know, fundamentals are a focus for us every day. We spend an inordinate amount of time on blocking and blocking drills and destroying blocks on defense, taking care of the ball. We practice tackling every day. I just don't feel like we're good enough to just practice offense and defensive plays all day and they'll be able to perform those. We got to be good at the fundamentals that help those plays get started and finish them the way we want. And so I'm certain that when we look at the film, there's going to be some missed assignments that we've got to correct. That's our responsibility as coaches, and probably some poor fundamentals. I mean, we didn't sustain blocks. They had guys that were playing off of blocks, and they're getting taught too. But we missed some tackles at critical times. We lost contain on the quarterback on the long run in the first half. That was the one big play that they had and got us down there. We should have had contain on him. It just those big plays and then the play that popped out of the middle. I think we just had a guy out of position, and it only takes one gap. And you can't put two guys in every single gap. There's not enough guys on the field, so got to get the guys to play their assignments and play better. So I'm sorely disappointed. I know you guys know. All you guys have been around for the last 10 years, so I'm sure disappointed.
how much did the heat play a role in this game, if any?
It didn't, and we were prepared for it. We talked about it. We tried to prepare our guys, hydrate them, give them the supplements that we can to help keep them hydrated, and we didn't have anybody go down with cramps. So nothing in terms of the heat. And when the game started, it was a little warm, but there was a breeze, and then the wind died down completely. But actually, it had cooled off a little bit, so it really didn't affect us. We had a little at the beginning of the game. We started the game early. I don't even know, how much earlier than we had it planned. That we have a problem with the lights, the scoreboard, the power's out in the stadium. So we started the game early. And fortunately it came back on, but it was a crazy night just to start off with. And we didn't help by playing very well. We just did not play the way that I hoped we would, and that an Army football team would play. And that's in about every phase. We just, like I said, I thought the defense was the strength of the game today with the way they were getting them off the field. But the big plays are, we can't have big plays. If they pop out of there, we have somebody in position to knock it down for 15 yards, and it can't be 50. But and then the turnovers. Those are the biggest disappointments. Our five turnovers. I don't know the last time we turned the ball over 5 times in a game. So that cost us. It cost us a football game.
We'll do 2 more with Ken M.
Hi, Jeff. Third quarter, you're up 10-3, 5 minutes to go. You got a 4th and a half yard from midfield. You decided to punt. Can you give us your thinking there?
Yeah, I was going to fake the punt. And they left the defense out there. Unfortunately, we couldn't run against the defense. So we have a way to call it off. But it was a go. It was a clear go. And I, 4th and 1, should have maybe anticipated they were going to leave the defense out there. But they had sent their kick block team out there every time we had punted, even on like 4th and 3. And so, didn't work out.
Tyrone Howell's go-ahead touchdown in the corner. Do you think it was a touchdown? I don't know if you got to see replay or not.
I saw at the very end, the last replay they showed. I mean, it sure looked like he stepped out, but I don't know. You guys got a chance to see it on TV, maybe. What?
It looked like, his right foot was coming up as the ball hit his hand, but I don't know if that counts as possession at that point, and then the left foot was clearly out. So
I don't know. Like I said, that they didn't have very many good shots. At the very end, they showed the one that I thought had the best shot, and while they were showing that on the screen, they said it's a touchdown. So that was that.
you didn't think so?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I got to see it one time, and I thought, oh man, he's out. But then they were saying touchdown. So, like I said, got to stop him.
Jeff, do you recall having a win ripped away like this during your time here?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I mean, there's been some where we've had a lead and lost it, but you know, it's our doing. It's my responsibility. So it's disappointing. I'm disappointed for our players. I know they're hurting. We all are, but you know, we got to regroup. We got to do a good job of coaching these guys this week and improve and get ready for the next game.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
All we have for
Safe
today, guys.
travels.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.